I'm live. Hello everyone. Welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. I'm just going to set up my Instagram live feed, and then I'll wait for a few minutes so others can join. Starting. Hello, Franklin Neku. Hi. Good evening. Good evening, Oludimeji. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. You are hungry, Franklin. Oh, it's a bit too late for dinner now, or supper. Thank you all for joining in and welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. On today's topic, we're still discussing how to end a bad marriage/relationship. Part 3. How to end a bad marriage/relationship. Today is our 10th episode on this topic. I found out that it's a very broad topic. We have so much to discuss, and last week I couldn't discuss everything I wanted us to talk about because I had a guest call in live to tell us about her own personal experience. And on this show, we know how important it is for us to listen to each other tell their stories. Remember, we're here to learn, we're here to listen, we're here to learn one story at a time. So last week we had a guest come on live to tell us her personal experience in a bad marriage. So I wasn't able to discuss all the necessary steps that you should take when trying to end a bad relationship. If you find me looking down, back and forth, please bear with me. I'm also trying to interact with my Instagram fan base. I'm trying to interact with my Instagram fan base, and I have the YouTube up there. So that's why you find me looking back and forth. So last week we discussed different methods of exiting a bad relationship, how to put an end to a bad relationship. And we talked about informing your support structure that you are in a bad relationship and you want to put an end to it. On today's topic, we're going to be discussing other methods of exiting a bad relationship if you have tried every other option and everything you have tried isn't working. You have tried to be civil, it isn't working. That is, you have tried to talk with your partner face to face. You tried to end the relationship, having a civil conversation with your partner, and that isn't working. We talked about sending an email in order to end the relationship, writing a letter, dropping a voice note, even sending a lawyer sending a bailiff to take a divorce proceedings to your partner. See, when you've done all of this and it isn't working, remember you're in a toxic relationship, and most likely your partner will do everything possible to tie you in, to hold you back from exiting that relationship, because the relationship obviously isn't favoring you. It's not in your favor. The other party is just exploiting the relationship. So this time around, you're not trying to save your partner. You're trying to save yourself and you're going to do everything in your power to come out of it. So if you have tried ending the relationship in a civil manner and it isn't working, then you have to take bold, decisive steps. These steps might be brash, but you have no option. Remember, the question is, how badly do you want to put an end to this toxic relationship? How badly do you want out of this relationship? I'm going to give you a typical example, my experience. When you have tried everything possible to end the relationship and the other party is refusing, now pay attention to the kind of tricks that they will try to play. They will tell you they have agreed that the relationship has come to an end, both of you should go your separate ways. But you know what? We can still hang out. We can still go out for drinks. We can still have dinners. Nothing serious, just us, we can still remain friends. They always throw that at you. I understand the relationship is over, but we can still continue being friends. Now remember, that is a lie from the pit of hell. If you're trying to end a very toxic relationship and your partner tells you, you know what, we can still remain friends. Or if it is a marriage and he or she tells you, you don't have to stop wearing your wedding ring. When people ask you, are we still married? Just go ahead and tell them yes. We both know we're in court. We both know we're trying to get a divorce, but the world doesn't need to know about this. You don't have to make it public. We don't have to make it public. Let it be kept a secret. Then you go about keeping it a secret. Your close ones do not even know you have filed for a divorce. That is a horrible mistake. It's a big no-no. If you're trying to put an end to a relationship, do not make it a secret. Don't make it a secret. As many people as you know should be informed of your decision. Let the world know you are filing for a divorce. Stop wearing your wedding ring. I am telling you this, write it down. Stop putting on your wedding ring. Husband, can we have your brands live here in Port Harcourt? Oh, I wish I could. So remember, stop wearing your wedding ring, because now this calls for drastic measure. You are trying everything in your possible best to sever this relationship. You're trying everything in your might to end this toxic marriage. Stop putting on your wedding ring. Stop lying to people about the fact that you are in a divorce. Let the world know you are in a divorce. Because you lying about it, you pretending about it, you not wanting the world to know about it, it's only feeding the toxic relationship. You're only enabling your abuser. You're making him or her feel comfortable, and you're still giving them the opportunity to have a hold on you. And this is not what you want. Hello, Lady Gigi. You don't want your abusive partner to have a hold on you, or to have that notion that they do have a hold on you. So if you have anything connecting you emotionally or physically to that relationship, sever it. If it is a wedding ring, return it. Do not be greedy. I know some people that say, oh, the relationship is over. It was my diamond wedding ring after all. I'm going to keep it. I want to sell it. If he gave you the diamond ring and you didn't buy it yourself, please return it. Let your partner know you're serious about moving on without him or her. It means you packing out of where you live. Move out. Stop living under the same roof and giving your friends and family members mixed signals. That is not going to work. You want this relationship to come to an end. You're not thinking about it. It's not something you want to go back to. It is over. You want to move on. You stand at a risk pretending to the world that that relationship still exists, because as long as you're pretending that relationship still exists, and in your heart you believe it's over, but in the eyes of the world that relationship still lives, you are not yet ready to sever that relationship. You're not ready to put an end to it, and you're only walking around in circles. The reason why I'm discussing this today is because, as usual, I get a lot of questions from people. They call me and they tell me, oh, Tastebudzng, I've tried everything possible to make him realize that this relationship is over. I no longer want to continue. But he just wouldn't listen. He just wouldn't believe me. He just wouldn't understand. He keeps telling people that I'm still his woman. I'm still his wife. Of course, he's still going to keep telling people you're still his woman. He is still going to keep telling people he owns you. She is still going to be telling her friends that he's my husband, because you haven't drawn the lines. You have to make conscious effort to sever every ties. Move out of your apartment. Move out of the house you live together in. Return that ring, be it engagement ring, be it a wedding ring. If possible, return that car he bought, be it a wedding ring. If possible, return that car he bought for you as a gift. I don't know why some people don't want a woman or a man, but they want to hold on to his money or his gift. I know some people are going to disagree with me on this, but seriously, if you're finding it difficult or impossible to come out of a toxic relationship, the problem might be that you are still holding on to things belonging to him or her, things that showcase the unity you once had. So think deeply, sit down, ponder about the entire scope of your relationship, and find out if there are things that are still holding both parties together. If there are, sever them. There is no need to go on pretending to the world that you're no longer in a relationship, or rather telling the world you're no longer in a relationship, but you know that you still have ties, you still have things uniting the both of you. There was a lady that asked me that, yes, I have 2 daughters for him. How do I make this clear? He asked me that I can go on with my life. I can even go on and start dating if I want to, that he's not going to stop me. And I asked her a simple question. Did he actually tell you this in writing? If he only said this verbally, then you shouldn't take him seriously, because he might just be setting you up. He asks you to go on and start dating if you want to date. Don't you think this might be a setup? What if you start dating someone and he accosts you in public and embarrasses your date, telling everyone that you're still married? Is his words, the words he said to you in verbal, that is not going to hold in court. It is still going to be seen as you cheating on him. So it is better for you to file for a divorce, officially file for a divorce. Do not take his words for it. Oh, I believe you want to move on with your relationship. You can go ahead and date whoever you want to date. I can go ahead and date whoever I want to date. Both know it's over, but we just don't have to tell people. Are you listening to that garbage? You don't have to tell people. You can go on and date whoever you want to date. That is more like an open marriage. Because as far as I'm concerned, you haven't filed for a divorce. You haven't filed for a divorce. You haven't moved out of the house you're living in. And he tells you to go ahead and date whoever you want to date. That is you unconsciously accepting an open marriage. So women, men, I want you to know the difference between severing a relationship. Hello, Simply Vic. Hi. I want you to know the difference between severing a toxic relationship and being consciously or unconsciously entangled in an open marriage. We have a lot of couples to practicing open marriage, but they are not even, some are not even aware that what they're practicing is an open marriage. They date whoever they want to date, the man dates whoever he wants to date, and in their own opinion, oh, we're not together anymore. He knows we're not together, she knows. Listen to me, it's very risky. That man or that woman can flip on you 360 degree and file a divorce suit on you on the grounds of adultery. Yes, in case you don't know, let me just tell you that. I've been in court for so many years. I've seen all sorts of stories, and I've seen people or couples flip on each other and deny whatever it was they said verbally. So whatever your partner is telling you, please let it be in writing. If it's not in writing, then it should be in a divorce suit. So you can't say that I have done everything I can, or I have done everything there is to do in order for me to end this relationship, but it's not just working. It's not just working because you haven't explored every avenue and you aren't going about it the right way. I have seen women in court try to deny the fact that they were not in an adulterous relationship because the man gave his consent for them to go ahead and start another relationship. Because, quote and unquote, in their own words, he gave me the go-ahead, she gave me the go-ahead, I can start another relationship. That is an open marriage, sister. That's not a divorce. That is not an end to any relationship. That is an avenue for a setup, an avenue for a setup for a legal suit on the grounds of adultery. So please be informed. I said I was going to discuss that today because the lady I spoke with at length this week that has that is married or separated, her husband is estranged, she has 2 kids in this marriage, she's telling me this. He said I can go ahead and date wherever I want to date. We don't have to make the divorce public. Hello, you haven't even filed for a divorce. You have both verbally said to yourself, the relationship is over, you no longer want to be together, you hope to file for a divorce in the future, but he has given you his consent to start a relationship so he can also live his life. So in your own words, you're no longer married. Hello? Show me your divorce suit. Have you filed for a divorce? Have you moved out from that home or that house where you're living? Have you severed all ties? Have you stopped seeing your partner? In a very toxic relationship that you really want to get out of, you have to draw the lines. You have to stop seeing him or her. You have to take brash steps. When I mean brash in terms of severing every ties. So that is one of the steps you must consider. Another step is, please, women that are 100% dependent on their spouses, on their partners, and men that are 100% dependent on their female partners. If you are severing a relationship, you must become financially dependent on yourself. You have to create a source of income. You have to get a job. You need to start doing something. You cannot say the relationship is over, but you keep running back to that partner for financial aid, financial assistance, he or she is not going to take you seriously. So you have to be. Hello, Destiny. You. Thanks for joining. So you have to be financially enabled. You have to. Looking good, Taste. Hi, Jiga. Thank you for coming, Jiga. Thank you for joining. So that isn't good enough. You have to be financially dependent. You have to start looking up for yourself. Then you have to create. You have to create a pathway for you. How are you doing this evening? I'm fine, Destiny. I'm fine. So you have to create a pathway, like create a system that enables you to detach completely. I call it a transition program or a transition technique. That way, you're transitioning from this person that is entirely dependent on his or her partner to this person that is now completely dependent on themselves. So you can no longer depend on your partner and expect to be taken seriously. So what is that transitionary approach you have put in place to enable you move out of this relationship? You have to do that. You have to become dependent on yourself. You have to sever all ties, no matter what it takes. So these are the steps you have to consider. If you've tried every avenue of severing a toxic relationship and it isn't working, take brash steps, brash decisions, stop seeing the person completely, stop lying about your separation or your divorce, tell people, don't keep it a secret, become financially dependent, create a transitionary approach towards your exit. Have an exit plan that is practical. So I hope you've been able to learn something today. Now, I would like to announce to everyone out there that remember some weeks ago, I said we had 500,000 naira we wanted to share to 10 businesses that were caught up in the wake of the protest in Lagos. And I remember I said it doesn't have to be just Lagos. If you have a business and it was destroyed during the NSAS protest, all you have to do is to contact us, fill in the questionnaire. A questionnaire will be sent to you. Fill it up, send it back to us, and 50,000 naira will be sent to you. We have given out 6 slots. We have 4 more slots. So we have 4 more people that we can assist with 50,000 naira each for their business. So if you know that your business was affected in the wake of the NSAS protest, please contact our Lives Journey number, which I'm going to be calling out very soon. Contact our Lives Journey number. A questionnaire will be sent to you. Once you fill it out, we will be sending 50,000 naira to your account to assist you in rebuilding your business. Remember that this money was brought together by some group of women that are humanitarians, that are just wonderful people. They like women in need, especially women in need. But this fund is limited to women in business alone. It is for men and women. So if you know your business has suffered during that NSAS protest, please, we still have 4 slots left. Some people came in, but they had no information. They had no invoices to show that the ones had the business. They couldn't even give us a valid business location. So that automatically qualified them from 50,000 50,000 naira. But the questionnaire is very simple. If you are honest about your business, it's really simple for you to fill out and then send it back to us. And 50,000 naira will be sent to you. We still have 4 more slots. So contact us on our on our Life Journey number. I'm going to be calling out the number. I don't have it off heart. So please contact us. We still have 4 more slots. Yes, 4 more slots. So contact us on our Tastebudzng number, Life Journey number. We'll get a questionnaire, you fill it out, and we'll send you some money. So that is it on today's show. Remember, we are here to listen to each other tell our stories. We're here to support each other on our journeys through life. That is what this series is all about. It's not just for women alone. Although I keep saying it every time, I am particularly interested in the welfare of women, in the mental, physical, the overall well-being of women. We're here also to support women financially, women that are struggling through relationship crisis, especially single mothers, women that are trying to fight for children custody rights, women that are trying to get legal aid to file for a divorce from an abusive marriage. We're here to assist you in whatever capacity that we can. But we're also here for the men folks, because sometime last week a guy really came hard at me and he wanted to know, oh, Tastebudzng, why are you always talking about women? Men suffer abuse too. And I had to correct him. If you have watched our previous episodes, you would realize that I always say it swings both ways. Abuse swings both ways. Men can also be abused. Women can also be abused. It swings both ways. So we're not just saying it happens only with women. It's just that the women population is more. And here in Africa, we have a lot of women that are financially handicapped or financially struggling. So it hits them harder when they are in a toxic relationship, when they're in an abusive relationship. It is one thing to be in an abusive relationship. It's another thing to be financially handicapped and in an abusive relationship. If you are, because I could afford to run. A lot of women are in an abusive relationship, but they do not have the finances to run. But when a man finds himself in an abusive relationship or in a toxic relationship that he doesn't want to be a part of, it is easier for him to pull out. Why? Because he's financially empowered. So that is why it comes across like I am team women. Okay? But I am not. I'm actually here for everybody. I'm here for the men folks. I'm here for the women as well. But I am particularly touchy when it comes to subjects with women being abused, being battered, because I know that in most cases they do not have the finances, they do not have the financial power to come out of it. So Life Journey with Benedicta is a show that is here to encourage women to come out and talk about this. Talk about the issues they're going through. Try to find help. I remember last week, after last week's topic, I gave out the address for FIDA, that's Federation of Female Advocates in Nigeria that fight for women and child's rights out there, that pro bono cases for women in abusive marriage, women in abusive relationship, and children that have been abused. So I gave out their contacts to a lot of women. So it depends on your location. If you are in Lagos, they have an office in Lagos. If you are in Port Harcourt, the FIDA has an office in Port Harcourt. If you are in Abuja, FIDA also has an office in Abuja. But if there's anything I tell women that are looking for pro bono lawyers, you have to be patient. These lawyers are working really hard. They are overworked because we have Tons of cases. I have been to the feeder office in Lagos. I've been to the feeder office, www.feedernigeria. Some more part one, the third and the last part of this topic on WhatsApp number, which I'm going to be calling. And remember, I am very big on women empowerment. Let's empower each other. Tastebudzng, which is my company, which is my daily hustle. We just started exporting organic food produce to different parts of the world. We currently exported to Canada, UK, working on Morocco and China. So let us know what part of the world you're in, and we can tell you the organic food produce we can export to your doorstep. Remember, we are exporting the ingredients we use right here in Tastebuds Kitchen. So if you want to have a delicious Tastebuds experience in the diaspora, hit us up on our DM and we're going to send you our market list, Tastebudzng market list, organic food produce from different geographical location of Nigeria, freshly processed, delivered to your doorstep. So find out what we have to offer and let's tell you what we can deliver to your location. So Tastebudzng market list, ask for it. Hit us up on our DM, ask for it, and we will send it to you. So I'm number, so I can read out the number, so you can call us up. Oh God, what's the number now? Our Tastebudzng live journey number is what's the number again? 1. So that is the number to call. The number to call is +234 811 597 904. So that is us, because concerning this show, hit us up on our journey WhatsApp number, or you can Tastebudzng, or you can send us a message, drop a comment right here on our YouTube channel, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much for joining in Instagram live section, and I enjoyed and learned from it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, Walter. I am doing good, and I hope you're doing fabulous. Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you same time next week. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.